And that then leads us on to some other questions. Is there anybody here who thinks if everybody in the Western Cape votes for the ANC, that we're going to end up with that future of our dreams? You laugh because it's so obviously not going to happen. The ANC, if they didn't cause all of our problems, they've certainly exasperated them all for the ones that they inherited. The slightly more complicated question, and this is a question that we want to pose to the people of the Western Cape, because I think a lot of people haven't thought this through. Is there anybody here who thinks if everybody in the Western Cape votes for the DA, we're going to get that future of our dreams? And I think that's a really important point, and I'm glad we've got there, because the reality is the DA have already governed the Western Cape for 14 years. We don't have to worry about what it might look in 10 years. They've had 14 years already. Are we living in the future of our dreams? No, we're not. And I have to say at this point, I'm not here to knock the DA. The DA, I think we all recognise, have done a much better job of running the Western Cape than the ANC had of the rest of South Africa. The problem is not the DA. And if we elected the Freedom Front Plus, or if we elected the Referendum Party, if we elected any other party, if we don't change the system of government, no political party can deliver the future of our dreams, because it's not the party that's the problem, it's the system of government that we're stuck in. And let's look at the DA's record, because they are the people that have governed us. Do we live in a non-racial country? No, we don't. The DA don't agree with race-based policy, but they implement it anyway because national governments say they must. Do we live in a country that's safe and crime-free? Well, the Western Cape has the highest murder rate in the world. And the Western Cape government has been fighting for 5 years to get control of policing, but it can't. We have 1 in 4 people in the Western Cape are unemployed, and our unemployment rate, whilst better than the rest of South Africa, is 3 times higher than our international peers. We do have people begging on the streets. We do have people living in poverty. Our railways don't work. We have power cuts every single day of our lives. We don't have electricity. The squatter camps are mushrooming at an alarming rate. They're not getting smaller, they're getting bigger. And our money is now worth 5 times less than what it was in 1994. So in the current system of government, voting for the DA or any other party is not going to solve our problems. And we've got another slogan at the Referendum Party that explains that, and it says this: a DA government in Cape Town is not going to save us if an ANC government in Pretoria is making all of the decisions. And that, of course, is the problem. If we're going to claim the future that we want, then we have to start making decisions for ourselves. We need to have the ability to decide for ourselves what it is that we want. We need to be able to elect our own government when we're able to remove that government if it doesn't perform. And of course, this is the essence of the fight for Cape independence. The fight for Cape independence is the fight for us to be able to make decisions for ourselves, as opposed to being at the mercy of the decisions that are made by voters in the rest of the country who, for whatever reason, think differently to how we think, because we can see how they voted for the last 30 years.